Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Free Skate 2026 Olympics, baby. We have just done the men's short program, and it was a decently skated event. The top three skated, I would say, pretty exceptional. They were all over 100 points, so that was great to see. But I will say they have all left a little bit of room, so to speak, for improvement, I guess we'll say. The event was actually really strongly skated by a lot of other men that weren't in the top like three as well. So that was fun to see. I am not going to spend a crazy amount of time on the men's short program, but I will give you some opinions. So after the short program, you guys, we have Ilya Malinin in the lead with 108.16 points. Yuma Kageyama from Japan in second place, 103.07. Adam Salam Fa from France, 102.55, which is a personal best for him. Fourth place, Daniel Grassel. This is where the points start to differentiate, and we have a big block of skaters between 7th and 4th that are within a point of each other. So we have Daniel Grassel, Mikhail Shidorov, Junwan Shaw, Kevin Amos, and Kevin Amos that are all between 92.64 and 93.46. So it's a big block there. And then from 8th to 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th, 12th, 13th is 2-ish points. So that's Boying Jen, Peter Gumanek, Kirilo Marsak, Stephen Goglev, Shinsato, Andrew Torgashev. Those are another block of skaters, and then they kind of go down from there. But there are 20 skaters who surpassed 80 in the short program. So, I mean, honestly, we have between 20th place and 5th is 12 points. That kind of seems like a lot, but if you want to put it into perspective, 12 points would be one quad combo jump. So if you're putting that into perspective, that is actually not that much. There is one of Ilya's elements scoring 20 plus points. So 12-point gap between 20th and 4th place is really tightly grouped, and literally these standings could shake up a lot. So we have like somebody who falls once or twice, other skaters who skate clean. You can see some big movements here. So that's super interesting. So shout out to Donovan Carrillo from Mexico for making the free skate, and Yusang Lee from Taiwan or Chinese Taipei for making the free skate as well. We also, Kalmura scraped by into the free skate, 22nd place. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do the top 10 here. So we'll start with Canada, Stephen Goglev, 87.41. Pretty good skate. Obviously, he had that error on his he had two errors. Lots of GOE loss in the triple axel, and then let's go into. So Stephen Goglev had a triple axel that was in a negative GOE. Actually, that was his only negative GOE, which is surprising because I thought, you know what, the others are positive, but his change combo spin was at a level 2, so that also did hurt him as well. So Stephen Goglev top 10, that is definitely, especially after the last few times we've seen him skate, is absolutely where he should be, and he is only a handful of points off a medal, to be honest with you. 87, 5 points off of fourth, and a little bit more off third place. So I guess not really medal, but like top five. If he skates lights out, depending what other skaters do, top five is not out of the realm for him. So let's get it, Shinsato. Poor Shinsato. That was a rough skate for him, but he still actually scored higher than what I assumed he would skate, to be quite honest with you. And I have to go look at one of his jumps. I really thought that I thought when I was watching, he had done a downgrade jump, or it was marked as like a triple triple or something, or quad triple, but it was really a quad double. But anyways, his quad toe double toe was a negative GOE. He lost levels on all of his spins. They're all level threes. His step sequence, change combo spin, and his flying camel spin were level three. His CSSP was a level four. But you know what? The guy he is a phenomenal skater. And you know what? I'm just going to point out what I don't really like. There was a few things here with PCS I thought was a little bit weird. I'll say at the end here. Eighth place, Torgashev, 88.94, skated so good. He should be so proud of himself. Such a smooth skater, and when he's on, he's such a joy to watch. Just gave it, like, honestly, such a good performance. Kevin Amos, man, I'm so glad Kevin Amos that scored 92 showed up, and Kevin Amos that, finishes out of the free skate didn't show up, because that would have been absolutely heartbreaking. He had a really, really good skate. He is in 7th place right now. Junwon Cha, stunning program. That guy is so good. He got 92.72. For his components, he ended up with 42.64. So in comparison to some other skaters, Mikhail Shidorov got a 40 in PCS. That's within around 2 points of June, and it's like not even on the same planet. So that's some food for thought there. We have also, next, Mikhail Shidorov, he got 92.94. He is in 5th place. 40.49 was his components, which I think was super high. There are a few skaters that I can think of that are better than him off the bat, including Gogolev, who had 37. So I feel like Shidorov should be in the 37s or like 36s, to be quite honest with you. Or wait, did Gogolev, maybe Gogolev got, let me see what he got. Gogolev got 39. Pardon me, 39. So yeah, still better than Gogolev. So yeah, Shidorov, I would say his PCS should be around 37, to be quite honest with you. He had a rough skate. He messed up his quad Lutz, which was called a Q. So his quad Lutz triple toe ended up with a negative GOE. He did get positive GOE on his triple axle and his quad toe, which were done really well. He got level 3 on his step sequence and his flying spin. So that kind of held him back a little bit from what he can do, but 92 is still a really good score. But I think, to be quite honest with you, that was a little bit high of what I was expecting him to get. Daniel Grassel, 4th place, 93.46, really good for him. He did have his quad loop was actually a Q, so they did call him on that, so he did lose some GOE on that. PCS for Daniel was 40.73. Top 3 guys, Adam Salhim Fa, 102 points. So good. He skated lights out, positive GOE on everything. 45.28 PCS When he is on, he is on, and it's so good to see him like this. You know what, he hadn't skated except for the French Championships leading up to the Olympics, and he missed the Europeans, wanted to rest and train and focus on the Olympics, and clearly that was a good choice because he is in it to win a medal here, and he is right in the hunt. The short program was super important for him because his short program is usually his downfall, and he actually skated super great, so he doesn't actually have to come back from a 20-point deficit to get a medal, which in the past, if you have watched figure skating, he has done multiple times. If there's somebody who's in 10th place that can come back and win a medal, it would be Adam. But now, you know what, he's right in it. He has a good long program. His medal hopes are right within his grasps. Second place, Yuma Kagama, 103.07 points, which was a really good score. He did have a mistake on his triple axel. He did get a step out. That was super unfortunate because given that he had done that triple axel, I think he may have beaten Ilya in the short program. It would have been really, really, really close. Yuma got 46.57 in PCS, which did eclipse Ilya, so he was number 1 in PCS, as he should be. But my problem is, we'll go to Ilya now. Ilya, 108.16, technical, deserved. His PCS, so 45.81. With his PCS being that close to Yuma, and me looking at Yuma's skate, and I know they're very different styles, but just Yuma has that skating quality to him. He is a very rich, expensive skater. Ilya is more abandoned, not as refined. I think that needs to show in skating skills. But Ilya's skating skills are still marked very, very high. 9.5, 8.75, 9.25, 9.5, 9.0, 8.75, 8.5, 8.75, 9.5 out of 10 is very, very, very high. And I'm not saying that he should be, in the high 30s, but I mean, I do think there is a few point difference gap in between him and Yuma, and even Adam. I think Adam should have been higher as well than Ilya. It kind of surprised me when I saw Ilya having higher components than Adam. All the judges marked Ilya Malinin second, except for the Canadian judge, first, except for the Canadian judge. The Canadian judge ended up having Adam in first place. The Canadian judge had Adam at 106 on their scale. That was the only judge that had Adam in first place. Spain did give Adam the highest score at 108, but on their scale, it was still second place. The lowest, Kazakhstan, did rank Adam with a 98. But to be fair, that was still third. Some other judging anomalies that I did find while I was looking was there was an Azerbaijan judge who ranked Peter Gumenik 4th place. That's insane. We haven't seen Peter internationally essentially all year. I just have watched a few of his skates, and I figured it would be tough for him to be within the top 5, but if he skated really, really, really clean in both programs, he could possibly scratch top 5 because he has a lot of technical content, specifically in his free skate, but his skating skills much reminds me of Shidorov. I think they're very comparable. Peter was very slow. He was tentative, and he was very unrefined with his skating, in my opinion. And that's partly why he is also a few points down more than what maybe Russian fans would have thought, was because there, I mean, internationally, nobody's giving Peter 100 points. At, Russian judges in the domestic competitions were giving him, I think, above 100 points in the short program. So that was pretty insane. So I think his score was relatively where it should have been. I would have maybe had him a little bit lower in PCS than what he was, because Peter's PCS was 38.29. So I mean, that's not super high, but I think for what he put out there was maybe a tad high. I would have had him a little bit lower. So yeah, Azerbaijan had him 6th in PCS and 4th in technical. I also found Peter going into his jumps, like he's got quads and stuff like that, but they're very tentative going in, not a lot of speed coming in or out. They're kind of very up and down. They don't move far across the ice. So his GOEs on his jumps are really not going to be that high. And they weren't high here, to be honest with you. His quadlets was only a 0.99 GOE. Some of the judges gave him a minus. A lot gave him 0s and 1s. A few gave him 2s. And that's kind of the same thing. His GOEs in general look to be around that, depending on the elements, 0 to 1, maybe 2 top range. So that's actually not surprising at all. So we look forward. Yeah, so that's going to be our short program. Subscribe, please. Like the video and share the video. And we will gather again tomorrow for another Olympic video. And Lord, let's help us get us some sleep. Go for the skaters. I mean, speaking of skaters, before we go, Diana Stellato-Dudek is going to compete in the Olympics. How exciting is that? She got medically cleared. I'm so happy for her. She has been training in Montreal. I did kind of leak out some info on my Twitter account at the Free Skate, or X account, whatever you want to call it, about a reason why she wasn't cleared immediately, and that's picked up a lot of traction. My source is, I would say, fairly reliable, so I'm going to go with that until I hear something else. But if you want to know the reason why, go on to X, and please go through my Twitter feed and look. Maybe subscribe to me there too, and share the video on there. That would be awesome. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night and happy Olympic watching. Bye.